Solid structure. Nice. James Prime here, and if you watch my other video, What Americans Think About England, you'll notice that in the video towards the end I pointed out that I wasn't able to get any older people to do the video. There are a lot of young people because I could not find any older people that were willing to go on camera and talk about what they think about England. And also in the comment section, some people also pointed that out too, so thanks. Other comments that I seen in the comment section were if I went to a different city that I would get different responses. So I'm in a different state, Texas, different city, Houston. So this time I'm gonna go around, get a different cornucopia of people and see what type of answers we get. Are they gonna be different, the same? I don't know, let's go find out. So, first question is, have you ever been to England?
No, I haven't.
No, I have not.
No?
Nah, I ain't never been to England.
Any plans on visiting one day?
Going across seas over in that area, maybe not England, maybe London. London, England? London,
Yeah,
England?
yeah,
Same place? Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I went when I was like in 4th grade.
Okay.
No, never.
Yeah, I went 2 summers ago.
I've been to England more than once. I went to London, the theater district. I've been to the Cotswolds. It's wonderful. The little clotted cream and the English tea. That is outside of London. And Bath is outside of London. You can get everywhere on a train. And I went to York.
No, I've never been, but I really want to because it looks really nice there.
Originally from?
Dominica.
Dominica in the Caribbean.
But they've been here for 30 years, so I think they're more than qualified to answer these questions.
We're Texans.
Have you ever been to England?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, where did you go?
London.
Yeah, we were together at the time.
Okay.
So we had a good time in London.
Yes.
You have? Awesome. And where did you go?
We went to London and all over the country. Yeah, we were camping. I was like in my 20s, so it's been a long time.
Right, okay. What are your general thoughts on England?
I think the people seem to be well-mannered. From what I've heard and the research that I've done, it is way more expensive than New York City, and I lived in New York City.
Right.
But it seems like the people are very nice and friendly.
Some parts are more interesting than others.
Right.
It's like where people live, it's like more boring and plain, but then it's like the main places like Manchester and just like,
Okay.
you know, those are like more fun. There's more like architecture and all that.
Right.
So it's like more fun to go to those places.
Colonizers. You know, people who would put their iron fist on top of somebody else's neck.
Right.
That's what I think when I think England.
The people were very friendly,
Mm-hmm.
and there was lots of architecture, lots of churches,
Right.
and has a lot of history.
I am just so glad they have amazing health care and they don't have to pay for things that should already be a necessity. America is very ghetto with our health care system, and honestly, we need to do better. We're probably doing the worst out here.
I guess kind of the more stereotype, very polite, things along the lines of that. I like a lot of like British media. I'm a big fan of like Top Gear and whatnot. So I like a lot of the sense of humor. It's a little bit more dry, a little different than what you necessarily get in the United States. And I always appreciate that. But that is from my relatively narrow perspective of just British media.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty easy to get around.
For me, it was a dream come true. I wanted to know what England looked like. I had read about England in numerous books. And since I'm from the Caribbean and from a British territory, England meant a lot. So I wanted to actually see it in person, and it was wonderful.
Okay, so I like their accent, but I heard that they have bad teeth. So
Oh, wow.
I feel like America's just really controversial compared to England. It's just more chill, and they really don't have like problems like we do. It just like they're just like all united and together, which is here it's like we're all like separated, you know, because of our opinions and everything. It's just really controversial here compared to over there.
The people are wonderful. They're kind. They go out of their way. The subway system is wonderful, but you still, being a new person, I still got lost, even the more than once that I've been there.
I feel like their lifestyle makes them more like happy as a country and more like proud as a country, whereas here everyone, like she said, is like more kind of divided.
What do you think about the people themselves?
I think they seem to be nice people, very welcoming. I've interacted with some people that are foreigners, and from what they have told me, they think that Americans are rude.
I think English people are very cool. I love their accent. I always try to do their accent, and I'm sure they try to do ours as well. And I think that they drink a lot of tea. They really have a unique sense of style considering their climate and things like that, and I just love it.
I thought the people were pretty nice. They were friendly, I thought. Anyone you asked a question answered your question and showed you where you were going. People were very friendly there.
In general, it was easy to get around. They showed directions if you asked a question and you didn't know. And maybe I shouldn't say that, but they didn't look as groomed as Americans can be. That's what it appeared to me. I don't know whether that's true. The Americans pay more attention to grooming themselves than British. I mean,
Oh, mostly friendly. Most of them were had a very proper accent, so they made you feel a little like. Well, they appreciated Americans. I think they like us here. So in return, I like the English people.
I like their accent, but when I think about them, I think like they're more sophisticated.
Right.
Like, I don't know, like the way they talk and dress and greet people. It's just like, here it's more like chill, but over there it's like more proper.
Like how they talk. It seems like they're pretty cool, like governor and all that type. Pretty dope.
Oh, governor?
Yeah, governor. I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
I also like their lifestyle and like how they treat people.
You think it's like better than the U.S. or?
Oh, absolutely. Because in America, people think that you're entitled to say what you want to say, of course, but there's certain things you just don't say in public, and people just don't understand that. And I just feel like over there, it's a lot more like low-key and chill, and people aren't doing too much because there's a lot of people that do too much over here.
I think they're kinder. I don't think we're very kind people as a general rule. We won't go out of our way for somebody.
Whenever I think of them, I always think of them as like really classy and like sophisticated, like she said.
When you think of England, what is something you like?
I love their accent. I love their English. I love their etiquette when it comes to fine dining.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's something that I wanted to learn to do myself.
Right.
And I do follow like the British royal family.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I read a little bit about them. So
They're cool. Like, I like their accent, and I used to watch this like British YouTuber girl, so you know.
Do you remember her name?
Zoella or something like that.
Zoella.
I liked Westminster Abbey.
Right.
I just thought the interior, especially of the cathedral, was beautiful, and stained glass windows. And I guess it just comes from my appreciation for old buildings because my father was an architect.
They're very diverse. A lot of people come from different countries. Personally, I'm Jamaican. I know a lot of Jamaicans live there, and people from all over the world go to England just to live, and I would do that too.
I like the railway stations. It was so easy to get. You went on a train and you could see where you were going and you could read it properly, and it was easy to get around. I liked you can just walk to different places where you were going, and it was easy to get around in England. I like that about that.
Right.
That's one big point too for me. But I loved fish and chips. I enjoyed the fish and chips.
The newspaper. It was different seeing people just putting food in newspaper.
Yes.
Yeah, like the way they talk, the way they dress, just everything. They're like more classy, I feel like, than Americans.
We done the ancestrally bloodline thing, and
okay.
we had some blood coming from that area. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like some aristocratic type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I like it.
Lame one, I'm a big car guy. Take it from Top Gear, but I love British cars. Lotus, Aston Martin, Morgan, a lot of like the more peculiar. I love Mini Coopers, massive passion for a Mini. I own a Mini myself, so I really like British cars. Weird stuff like Janetta, I'm into all sorts, but I like like British cars quite a bit. If we could have more of them here, more of a culture revolving around British cars, I'd be super stoked about that.
I actually like the weather. Like, I like the rain. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, soothing. I love it whenever it rains.
Believe it or not, people say the food is bad, but the food was very good. The teas were wonderful. That cottage cream, that wonderful teas, and the Indian food. I mean, that is just wonderful. Fish and chips, I could eat that. I mean, it's bad for me, but of course it's wonderful tasting.
Now, flip side, what is something you do not like about England?
They're tabloids. The paparazzi, they're so brutal. It's definitely different here in America than as it is over there. Over there, it's just like they don't care. And here, you have a little bit of consequences, but their tabloids can be very brutal.
Anything I've ever seen about England, they seem like they're kind of free over there, like they don't give a
Freak.
If it's something that comes against what they believe in, they're going against it. So it's kind of like it's really not too many things I see that I know actually in my own mind that I would hate about it.
There's nothing that I dislike about the people or the country in general, but what I do not like is the weather. It's mostly cold, rainy. Like, how am I supposed to take pictures if it's always drowsy outside? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, England is a place to be.
So something that's kind of caught me off guard with kind of the recent political climate is specifically in the UK. I was very unfamiliar with kind of the protest culture, things along the lines of that. And there are a lot of very, not extreme as in danger, violence, anything along the lines of that, but very large protests in the UK over a lot of very strange things. What's become very big is like lockdown, which I do understand to a degree, but it is something that took me by surprise, just given that my kind of notions were very polite, lots of etiquette, things like that. So I was kind of taken a tad bit aback by how it's going in the UK in the past year, and going back like Brexit, things along the lines of that. I just wasn't aware of something like that, and it kind of goes against my, I guess, what I imagined as being English or British culture.
I don't like how there's like a royal status and it never changes. I just don't like how one family is just entitled to like pretty much the entire like country, kingdom. At least in America, like every 4 years it rotates, everybody gets a chance, and there's like an equal opportunity. But I just feel like not one family should be entitled. And there's a lot of like messy stuff that goes on, with the little Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and I just, your girl Meghan, she did the right thing and got him out of there.
The cars are really small, and that jumped out at us real quickly. Even where we lived in an apartment, and everything was small. The refrigerator was tiny, the washing machine was tiny, and that stuck out right away.
Tiny.
The weather and how it just always looks rainy, and like personally when I went, like all the houses looked the same, everything looked a lot like the same, and it's just like it's like not a place where I would live, just because it's kind of boring. Like I need a change of scenery sometimes, and like it's mostly always a rainy day.
I didn't find the food was very good. I traveled a little bit down in Italy and Spain and other countries, and I just loved the cheese and the markets, but England didn't seem to have any. Also the weather, it was rainy there a lot and a little cold in the spring.
I can't really think of anything I don't like, honestly. Like I haven't been there, and I haven't been there to like know what I like and don't like about it.
The winters are cold. They are cold, but it's something to be expected. But you can't change the weather.
Can you give us your best English accent?
Oh, bloody hell.
English accent.
Oh, Lord. Just gonna put me on the spot like that, huh? Like, literally, I was just, trying to go to the park, and all these little children are just out here, and I was just wondering. Okay, I'm done.
I can't do this. Hello, my name is Bella. Hello, my name is Bella, and this is my British accent. I don't really know how to talk.
Hello, my name is Carla, and this is my British accent. Hello, my name is Salma, and I don't know what to say.
Hello, governor. Something like that.
Hello, governor. Chim chimney, chim chim, chim chim true. Yeah, look at that.
Hartford, Hurricane, Hampshire, hurricane hardly happen. Isn't that from My Fair Lady?
I've never seen it.
I would like to quote Mary Poppins, as she said, "A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down."
Whew. All right, there you have it, folks. That is What Americans Think About England, Part 2. Now, this time around, I'll try to get some older people, try to get some younger people again, and in between. Now, I'm sure you guys are going to find something else to complain about. Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section. To the people who participate in this video, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys going out of your way and sharing some of your thoughts. Now, I'm going to go more in the loss of my dear friend, Arthur Morgan.